Greetings, Mech Warriors. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TTB speaking, and welcome back to German Mechgineering. And today, guys, we're playing the Orion IIC, A variant. Look at this beautiful clan wolf camo pattern. It's so shiny. It's blue and shiny with tiger stripes and the eye of Sauron the Great. And what are we playing here, guys? Look at that. We've got an Ultra AC-20 here in the side torso. And we've got some armaments here in the arm as well as in the other side torso. And this looks like, well, it's 9 missile tubes, so that should give it away. These are ATMs, so this is an ATM and Ultra AC-20 build. Let's go ahead and have a look at the details. Now, the basis for this build is going to be a Clan XL Engine 360. On top of that, we are adding 2 double heatsinks into the engine. We could think about moving maybe one of the double heatsinks over here to try and crit pad the UAC-20, but then again, what happens if you lose that side torso? Then you lose the heatsink as well, and if you still have the other part of your mech, might be a little bit hot, so I just prefer to keep the heatsinks in the engine here. Now, in terms of armaments, as I said, UAC-20 here, and then the 3 ATM-9s over in the left side torso, 2 of them here, and 1 in the left arm. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tons of ATM ammo and 3 tons of Clan UAC-20 ammo. We lower the head a little bit, we lower both legs a little bit, and we lower the right arm quite a bit. But that's alright because the arm on this mech, not a big shield anyways. Especially if people try to hit your top side and you're twisting around, you always get hit on side torso or CT. By the way, CT on this thing is a little bit moved to the left side here. So this here is the cockpit. So, speaking about this mech, guys, it says 74 firepower down here. That is not correct. Let's do a little bit of math, shall we? The ATM-9, a single ATM-9 at ideal range, in this case that will be about 200 and, what do we have here, 265 meters and below, up until that 130 or so border for where it does 0 damage at all because the missile doesn't detonate anymore. You basically do 27 damage per launcher, per shot. So this is 81 damage right here in one alpha strike. But what's that? That's an Ultra AC-20, so that thing can fire twice for 20 damage. So overall, this thing is a 121 damage alpha strike build. It's very deceptive. You can easily misjudge that thing, but it has a lot of firepower, guys. And the good thing is, it doesn't only have the sandblasting power from the ATM-9s. No, it also has the somewhat pinpoint firepower of an Ultra AC-20, where you can go ahead and just pick a component on a heavy or an assault mech and just crit that thing to hell and back. Well, just blast it to hell and back. It's not built for critting, of course. If you wanted to go for crits, I would run the LB-20, but you can't double tap an LB-20, so we're going with the Ultra AC-20. Let's have a look at the skill tree here. Now, as you can see, I've chosen to heavily invest into the missiles because they are our main weapon. The only investment that I'm doing for the Ultra AC-20 is getting magazine capacity 1, and that is it. I just can't afford to take more points here because I need them elsewhere. So that is basically it. Just high explosive, 1 missile spread, 1 and 2. You could argue that you don't really need missile spread. Maybe instead go for high explosive. If you do that, then we can go ahead and also remove a few other points here. And for example, go into enhanced Ultra AC /Rack 2, and that will allow us to, that won't work out as well either. So as you can see already, guys, it is really hard to balance this properly, especially if you want to get over here to the magazine capacity node. So what I would then do, if I didn't take that missile spread node, I would remove all these points here and just chill with them. We've got 3 points at this moment that we can invest, and I wouldn't invest them anywhere in the firepower tree. I would probably put them into the survival tree and go with skeletal density here, and then reinforced casing and another point of skeletal density, and just get a little bit more tanky. That is definitely also an option here. I chose to take velocity over range here. You can basically decide what's worth more to you, but we're talking small percentage values here, guys. 1 point more or less is not gonna make or break your mech. Okay, so far for the firepower tree. Let's have a look at the survival tree. As always, left-hand side of the survival tree to get that maximum amount of armor out. And as I just put in a few more points into skeletal density, that will make our mech a little bit more tanky. 113 on the CT, 52 structure, side torsos 82 plus 36 structure. So relatively tanky and a really nice mech. But we already know that about the Orion IIC. Nothing in mobility in the skill tree, nothing in jump jets. Full operations tree. This thing can get quite hot, especially if you get to chain double tap the UAC-20s a lot, and if you are in a prolonged engagement, so you want to make sure that you have as much cooling efficiency as possible and as much just base amount of heat that you can generate before you shut down, so heat containment is going to come in handy here as well. Then we'll go, of course, deep into the sensors tree. We don't want to get lurmed to death, so full radar derp, and since we're already down there, radar derp will allow us to also get seismic 1 and 2. Because it's there, it's just an extra investment of 1, 2, 3 points. I always recommend to take that when you go down the sensors tree. And then last but not least, auxiliary tree, double cool shot with cool shot cooldown, and double RE strike is what I went with. And that is basically going to be the build for today, guys. Let's take this thing to a dropship and see how it performs. I'll see you there. Well guys, here we are in our beloved Battle Onion, and I am chasing down an enemy king crab who's running away from me right now here on Hibernal Rift. We are going potato right now around the center, and I just found a Kodiak who looks very juicy but is also behind cover, unfortunately, so I can't really engage him at this point. I'm just trying to find a few targets here, drop by the artillery strike at a known enemy fleeing point where they will run away from my teammates. Hopefully they will connect with them, and other than that we'll just wait here for a sec. Yeah, we got one hit off, at least 2 hits on the RD. That Kodiak is very persistent. He's just staying here. But then again, I've got 2 teammates who are capturing, I think that is Epsilon with assault mechs, so I also don't agree with that necessarily. So let's go ahead and try and find an angle onto the enemy Kodiak. And the way that we can do that is by going down here and then going up to his cover from the side. I do have backup here with me, so that's not a problem. What is a problem though is that, well, the bear is not here anymore. The Kodiak has vanished, and he hasn't vanished, actually he just kept on rotating behind that cover here and right into my team, which is pointless, but okay, he just dies. I didn't even get to shoot him. It is very unsatisfying, so I need to find satisfaction elsewhere, and I hope that I will not be the one in the end of this round saying I can get no dun 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 satisfaction. Okay, I won't deface the Rolling Stones anymore. Let's go ahead and capture Fader here and try and find some targets. Oh, hello there, juicy king crab. Here comes the massage, and that is 121 damage into your mech. I hope you enjoy it. Let's wait here for a sec, go forward again, try and get another lock onto him, another double tap. Yes, beautiful. I also dropped another artillery strike onto his head. What I did get though is a lot of damage onto my side torso, and that damage basically means that once I get another lick onto my mech, that side torso is going to be gone, guys, and that's going to be a lot of my firepower gone. So let's go into the enemy rifle and try and do some more damage to him. Hopefully don't die here because I'm engaging a lot of targets, whereas my team is, I don't know what they're doing right now. Hiding behind me? I can't tell. I seriously can't tell. What I can tell you guys though is that I'm gonna go after the Huntsman, try to get another shot in here with my ATMs. We just lost one of the ATM-9 launchers, so that's 27 firepower away from our Alpha Strike, but we do have our Warhammer buddy now who is in pristine condition, of course. Almost 3 minutes and more into the match, so let's go ahead, try and support him and go onto some enemy targets here. For example, that Battlemaster. My double tap really went well. By that I mean I totally missed that. And at this point, we only have one Ultra AC-20 left. That is all we have. But that is all we need. Bada bim, bada boom, the Battle Master falls. Alright, so TTB in half-dead Orion IIC. We've got one Ultra AC-20 to fight against the world. My team is behind right now. Let's see what we can make happen here. First and foremost, let's go ahead and grab Theta again. This is my spot, and like Sheldon Cooper, I'm going to defend it. Onto the enemy Grasshopper. Ooh, his side torso is looking juicy. Oh, and this guy's looking even more juicy than the other one. Beautiful. So, one Huntsman down. Let's go ahead and go in after. What do we have here? Oh, never mind, I missed. It's a red CT rifleman that just screams, kill me, please. Put me out of my misery. Oh, and there's a king crab. Okay, let's double tap the king crab. then tank with the side torso, that where we get less damage in our face, and then we murder the king crab. So I think we pumped about 300 plus damage into that king crab alone. There we go, enemy rifleman falls. Now guys, very important what I just did. When you're fighting with a dead side in your mech, and you're getting shot by an enemy, make sure to take that dead side and face it towards the enemy, because the damage will be transferred into your good side, so from the left side torso, for example, into the CT, but only at 50% value. So, that means if you use the destroyed side of your mech to tank, you'll live longer. Of course, you have to twist then in again, shoot, and then twist back again, but keep that in mind, guys. It's a neat little trick. Really important to know. So, we've got 9 kills to 8 right now. We were actually able to pull this back from the brink of defeat, and now we have an open CT linebacker here, and something else. And the enemy team has 3 people left alive. Ooh, that's an haha, it's even jack. Okay, I've got 12 rounds left. I've got 8 rounds left, but we got another kill, guys. Apparently, all I needed was the Ultra AC-20 and the ATM-9s. They were just icing on the cake, guys, because we just got a quadra kill in total at the end of this match. Let's go ahead and have a look at the scoreboard. 4 killing blows, 6 assists, 3 solo kills, 4 KMTDs, 907 damage done, and 4 components destroyed. And guys, if you enjoyed this content, go check out my Patreon page and help keep this content alive by being an active supporter of TTB. And guys, as you could see, this mech is deceptively powerful. It didn't feel at all like a 900 damage match. And the artillery strikes I put down, they weren't that great. Honestly, they weren't that great. So, long story short, this mech pumps out insane amounts of damages in a very short order, and if you're going up against a team that's a little bit more static with a few more big assaults, I would say you can easily do 1200-1300 damage in this build. So right now we're going up against some enemy targets in Echo 5 here on Robot Oasis, and the problem with this build is it does not like to engage around hilltops, because you have to walk up there and you have to expose quite a lot of your mech before you're able to hit the targets. But of course, this is perfect for me. Yeah, if you give me your back like this, little Timberwolf, I'm just gonna shoot you and open you up like crazy. The good thing for him is he seemed to have had a lot of back armor, otherwise he would have been dead there. Okay, dropping the artillery strike here, or trying to drop it onto the enemy UAV. Oh, there's my friend again in his Timberwolf, trying to hit him with the UA-20. Missed a little bit, but that's alright. The ATMs did hit, and there is a Panther trying to be frisky with me. Alright, dude. I don't think you want to brawl with me. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay, so as you can see, my team is not really pushing in right now, so I have to go back here. I can't overextend too far to the left side because I'm the only guy on the side over there. Let's go in onto the enemy Vulcan and then switch our target over to the enemy Blood Asp. It's a bigger target, it's a better target, we can much easier shell him and do some good damage to him, but also take some damage because we're exposed right now up top. As you can see, team has little to no movement. They are basically rooted down here right now. So, speaking about no movement, apparently also no awareness. This Blood Asp just walked into my team. Guys, there is a free Blood Asp right next to you. You might want to shoot it. Okay, this guy saw him but overheated. There we go. Thankfully, Piranha did what Piranhas do and got the kill and put him out of his misery, but holy hell, those reaction times, boys, those reaction times. Okay, let's go hunt that Jäger mech. Let's be the Jäger to hunt the Jäger mech. German joke here. Let's try and get him. Okay, never mind. Too late to the party. Too slow to shoot. Maybe we can go in on the Arctic Wolf and not kill my teammate in the process. Yep, okay, he's lagged now, and now we should be able to get the kill here very easily. There we go. Okay, again, my ATM's late to the party. Sometimes it just happens. Okay, 8 kills over 0, this thing is definitely in the books. There's the Panther from before again, let's give him some of our missiles. Little tip for the ATMs, guys, if you aim up a little bit before you're shooting, you have a chance of actually shooting those missiles above, let's say, a ledge, but you have to be fairly close to the ledge and you have to do it fairly quickly. But if you have the lock, at the moment of shooting, guys, then the missiles will travel to your target, so don't worry about that. It's literally lock and then fire and forget. Okay. At this point, there are only 2 targets left on the playing field for the enemy team, so this is only a matter of time right now. So maybe that's a good time to wrap this thing up. As you can see, guys, ATM 9 plus UAC 20. It's an interesting build. I haven't tried it before, but I really like the ability to dish out a lot of burst damage, deceptively big amount of burst damage, and the Orion IIC, of course, is an amazing platform. So, got a Shadowcat down here, he's just running around and he's dead, and the last guy was just hanging out in his base. So, we cut to the end, 4k MPDs, 731 damage done. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. I'll see you next time.